Hey everyone, Bobby D here again, and thanks for checking back in to the BS zone. And that's what we're gonna talk about today, is actually some BS. If you haven't done so, go ahead, hit the like, hit the subscribe, the bell, and all that good stuff. Follow along. I've got some really good content getting ready to come out as I get the bikes out on the street. But to get to the chase today, what I wanna talk about is motorcycle dealership mechanic and the quality of service that they do on your bikes. Have you guys, chime in, have you guys had experiences with having some work done on your bike that was really not up to standard? As I cruise around on social media and I read different forums and that, I'm seeing a lot of people really in that BS zone with making some legitimate gripes about dealership mechanics and the service that they do. People get their motorcycles back and their screws cross-threaded, their screws missing. There's simple things like the plastic tabs. They're broken off when people go to do their own work and they realize something was not removed right or fit back on properly. And then there's even bigger issues. This Yamaha R1 that I'm working on right now, the dealership dropped the engine on this bike, and when the owner got it back and he went for his first ride, the radiator almost fell right off. They didn't put the radiator bolts back in. Simple things are missed. Why are they missed? What's going on with motorcycle dealership mechanics? And maybe you're one of the good ones, chime in. But I see a real common trend here, a real theme about motorcycle mechanics at the dealerships rushing, or they're inexperienced people, or they're just not taking a lot of pride in their work that they're doing. As I'm working on this bike, I'm upgrading the chain and sprocket set. I took the front sprocket off and it took maybe 2 pounds of torque to get that nut off. That could have been a bad situation for this owner. Front sprocket coming off, chain binding up, spooling around and cracking the cases of his motorcycle. Him going down in an accident and getting hurt even worse. All kinds of things like that I'm reading about. So you guys let me know in the comment section, do you have horror stories from motorcycle dealership mechanics screwing things up on your motorcycle? So seems to happen a lot. Couple solutions I guess that I could suggest for people is, if you're gonna use the dealership mechanic, and sometimes, hey, dealerships, you've got warranty, you've got to use that, or nothing else around. You might want to check for references, call around, talk to people, walk around the shop a little bit and see, is that shop organized, or is it just a rat nest hole and it looks like they work on four-wheelers and dirt bikes and they've never seen a sport bike before? That's a big red flag if you want to take your super bike in to get work done at a shop like that. The other thing would be is just looking at the mechanics. Does this person seem like they've ever touched a torque wrench or even know what a torque wrench is? But some red flags again. I would suggest, if you've got a shop in your area that's a specialty shop, much like we find suspension specialty shops or motor builders, there's some small family-owned motorcycle shops that can be a good resource to use. Those smaller shops rely on the reviews. They rely on the word of mouth, and they've got people that are mechanics that have stayed with them for years and years and years and have that specialty experience that you want. They take pride in that work versus rushing work out because the boss is just, clawing down their back. So that's something that I recommend is, hey, look for that specialty shop. If you can't get the tools and find the knowledge to do the work on your own, that's pretty fulfilling to a lot of people, and a lot of maintenance that we do on these sport bikes, you can do it at home if you take your time and get the tools. If you're not comfortable, there's a couple options for you. So I'm gonna keep this one again short. Give me some feedback in the comments section. What are your experiences? More so, do you have horror stories, or do you have any really super good ones from the dealership mechanic? Because I'm thinking this is gonna sway more in the horror story direction. Thanks for checking back in. Hope to get out riding soon. If you're already riding, check back in.